Welcome everyone to Thanksgiving Day. It's football on a Thursday night, late game on Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day, everyone! As we have the 7-4 Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Baltimore to take on the 7-4 Baltimore Ravens. Welcome everyone to Baltimore, Maryland, where we have a good one on Thanksgiving Day. Bengals at Ravens, two teams trying to take the division from each other. There's also the Browns up there at 7-4. Need a win to take that lead in that division. If Cincinnati wins, they will continue their lead in the division. If Baltimore wins, they'll probably have a lead. I am Greg Scott alongside Josh Henson, and Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson is on the way. Lamar and the Ravens start first. Jackson throwing, Stewart missed the tackle, and the Ravens a quick touchdown drive. Demetrius Knight couldn't get that tackle, so the Ravens get on the board with a 7-0 start. Here comes Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals lining up. He is ready. And here's Chase Brown. He had a pretty solid game last week in the loss versus New England at home. But let's see what they can do in Baltimore. He gets 2, but that is not good enough for the first down. 3rd and inches. And Burrow is sacked, so he won't be able to get it. So the Bengals have to punt. Not a very good sign for that O-line for Cincinnati. Here comes the Ravens, and they're going to score again. I believe this is the first time the Ravens have been down, or the Bengals have been down 14-0 all year. Need something going. And Chase Brown will only get a couple. It is 14-0 Baltimore with that big lead over Cincinnati. Gonna need a pass. Burrow, he's got Chase Brown for 4. 3rd down, Burrow going deep. He's got Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is inside the 20, 51 yards. Now that is a great play, great deep ball by Jamar Chase, and he's able to give some Bengals fans some hope. Chase Brown had a 5-yard reception. Burrow is going to dump it back to Brown on the little screen. 6 yards, 1st down and goal for the Bengals. Burrow to the end zone. Jamar Chase, another touchdown. I believe that's number 18 on the year. Now time for Evan McPherson. And his kick is good. And look at this Ravens offense. Their Bengals defense have not been able to stop them, but Tyler Loop misses a field goal, which gives the Bengals the ball back around midfield as Chase Brown goes for about 15. I think the Bengals are going to have to play conservative here, trying to get the field goal, as they do get the ball to start the second half, so they could possibly get something going. Want to get a little closer, and Chase Brown. This is definitely a doable kick. Evan McPherson from 40. This is to send it into halftime. McPherson's kick is dunked in from the right upright. 14-10. Halftime in Baltimore on Thanksgiving Day. What I've seen was a lot of offense in this game. Not much defense. The Bengals did have a little stop versus the Ravens. Just not too long ago, but the Bengals, they struggled to start the game, but they've climbed their way back up, and now they have a chance to win this game as they get the ball to start the second half. Down 14-10. Burrow handoff, Chase Brown for 4 yards. Solid gain, 2nd and 6. Burrow looking for Gesicki. Oh, but he's got Chase. Jamar Chase with another huge reception. Burrow looking. Burrow, he can't get anyone. Second down. Chase Brown rushes for a yard. 3rd and 9. Big play here. Burrow. Oh, he can't get there. T. Higgins was covered very well. The Bengals have to punt. Oh, Dax Hill makes an interception. Lamar Jackson's 4th interception on this year. Making some quick work. Burrow finds Chase for a 14-yard gain. There's Chase Brown for a 4-yard gain off the run. Burrow. Oh, he just missed him. Now, but 3rd down. Burrow. He's got Higgins. Higgins with that 1st down. And he's going to go to the outside. Chase Brown gives the Bengals the lead. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 21-yard touchdown. And his 6th rushing touchdown of the year that gives Cincinnati the lead in Baltimore. Here comes the kick. It is good. 17 unanswered points for the Ravens defense as Cincinnati has climbed their way back up to a lead. 17-14 as we head into the 4th quarter. The Ravens will have to punch this one away. Very unfortunate. Haven't scored since the 1st quarter. After that 14-0 start. Incompletion to Brown, and Brown gets 2. So today might go back to the Ravens. Burrow have to throw, but it's incomplete. 4th down. Bengals will have to punt it back to Baltimore. So here comes the Ravens. And they will punt again. That's not a good sign for Baltimore. Have not been able to move past the field in a long time. So now Cincinnati's just going to drain away the rest of the clock as Chase Brown gets a big run. Another big one. And he's going to go. He's down the sideline. He may go. I don't think he's going to make it the whole way. But stay in bounds. Let that clock run down. Ravens cannot do anything about it, as the Bengals will climb their way up to victory. 14-point comeback for Cincinnati, looking to add on, or they may play a little conservative, and it looks like they will, as they're not going to be too aggressive. Burrow will take a knee, so the Bengals win this game 17-14 in a comeback victory in Baltimore, as they ruined the Ravens' Thanksgiving with a victory. So Cincinnati, 8-4, have taken the lead in the division, and the Ravens fall down to 7-5. Not a good loss for them, as they need to get back in it with a win next week. Cincinnati, great win. They play the Bills next week in Buffalo, so that's going to be a tough place to play. So really want to hope they can get that win. But for the Ravens, they fall down to 7-5 like we previously said, and they will have to try to make something happen next week. So that will do it. I am Greg Scott alongside Josh Hansen. Happy Turkey Day once again, and have a good day.